Hi everyone, welcome to Mihitha Academy. As part of this episode, let us understand how can we solve a pair of equation using rule of cross multiplication. So, as part of this video, let us understand overview about this and let us take three example and solve learn how can we solve it. Okay, so far if you remember, we have learned how can we solve a pair of equation using a substitution method. At the same time, we have also learned how can we solve a pair of equation using elimination method. Today we will focus on rule of cross multiplication. Come on guys, let us start today's session. So the rule of cross multiplication, very easy method to solve any pair of equation. So coming to the overview, if you see over here, we have a given equation which is in the form of ax1 plus by1 plus c1 is equal to 0. X and y are the variable, a1 and b1 and c1 are the constant, are the numeric values associated in that equation, correct? Similarly, we have another equation. We can call this equation as equation 1, and we also have one more equation which is a2x plus b2y plus c2. Here x and y are the variable and a2, b2, c2 are the numeric value. We can call this as equation 2. Then from this equation we'll come to this final equations. Okay, x divided by b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1, y divided by c1 into a2 minus c2 into a1, and 1 divided by b1 into a1 into b2 minus b2 into a1. Okay, this is the equation. We will get it. How we will get it? Let us see that in a next slide. Okay, so the same example or same formula, a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0. We call it as equation 1, and the second equation a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. We call this as equation 2. Now we will have to write down the coefficients as follows. Okay, we have x, y and the constant value, correct? So now write x. Okay, so when we are writing a formula or this format of x, what we'll have to do? We have to take b1 and c2. What you do? Just write b1 as it is, b1 and c1, b2 and c2. b1 and c1 as it is, you have to write here, here, and b2 and c2 you write here, here. Okay, equal to. Then let us trying to create a format for y, correct? The coefficient for y. So in that case, what you will have to do? Y divided by c1 and a1. See here, c1 and a1, and then c2 and a2. c2 and a2, you just write down that. Okay, so similarly, then 1 divided by, we are trying to derive this 1 divided by a1 a2. See, a1 a2, and write down b1 b2. These are the constant values of those equation 1 and equation 2. In the top line we have written equation 1 values, in the bottom line we have written equation 2. Now we have to multiply in such a way that how to go to the next step from this. Okay, you have to take, now multiply the coefficients. These are the coefficient across the way indicated by the arrow. Here we have indicated an arrow, correct? We have to multiply the coefficient b1 into c2, b2 and c1, and subtract the product form by ascending form. See, when I multiply this, x divided by, see, x divided by b1 into c2, b1 into c2 minus, here if you see, subtract the product formed by the ascending form from the product formed by the descending form. This is the ascending form, correct? And this is the descending form, b2 into c1. Okay, if you see, x divided by b1 into c2 minus b2 into c1, you see, minus b2 into c1. Similarly, y divided by c1 into a2, you see, c1 into a2 minus, since we are going in descending from, c2 into a1. Okay, equal to 1 divided by a1 into b2, a1 into b2 minus a2 into b1. Okay, I guess this has to be a2 into b1. There is a typo error over here. Okay, this has to be a2 into b1. So now we have understood how can we come to this formula. Now let us apply the same concept and solve two examples so that you will have a better clarity on the steps. Okay, so the given equations are: solve the pair of equation using rule of cross multiplication. Okay, so 4x plus 5y plus 9 is equal to 0. We call it as equation 1. And let us take the other example: 3x plus 4y plus 8 is equal to 0. Let us call as equation 2. Very simple. Okay, so what we will do right now is we will have to write down that formula x. So x divided by, so we are forming the coefficient for x. X divided by, what you will have to do, you have to take, you have to write down 5 4, 5 4, we have to write this and 9 8, 9 8. So now we have to multiply this, you have to multiply like this, is equal to y divided by, we are writing the coefficient for y divided by 9 8, the constant value I have written this, and then 4 3. When you're writing the coefficient for y, do not consider this, okay, except this, you have to start from here, 9 8 and 4 3, equal to the constant value 1 divided by, we are writing the constant value 4 by 3, 4 3 5 4, correct. Again you will have to multiply like this. Now how can I write down this? So now we have to deduce this formula, which would be x divided by 5 8s are 40 minus 4 9s are 36, okay, equal to y divided by 9 3s are 27 minus 8 4s are 32, okay, is equal to 1 divided by 4 4s are 16 minus 3 5s are 15. We have to write down, while writing down this, we have to write down minus minus symbol, okay. So now x divided by 4 is equal to y divided by minus 5 is equal to 1 divided by 1, which is 1. So now for finding out x, let us take this one and this one, okay. X divided by 4 is equal to 1 implies x is equal to 4. Clear, guys? Now in order to find out the value of y, take this and this, okay. For deriving y, for y divided by minus 5 is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 5. If you apply other methods such as elimination method, also if you apply other method like substitution method, you will exactly get the same answer, but there are different methods given by our mathematical expert, so we are learning that. So we have learned one of the example how to solve it. Let us take one more example. The other example which is given in front of us or present in front of us is 8x minus 7y is equal to 19 and 9x minus 9y is equal to 23. Now if we have to write down this equation in what form? 8x minus 7y, 19, if you move to the left hand side of the equation, minus 19 is equal to 0. 10x minus 9y minus 23 equal to 0. You will have to write the equation in this form so that you can easily write a coefficient with a proper signs. I am calling these as equation 1 and 2. Now let us write a coefficient for x and y. X is equal to x divided by, we are writing the coefficient for x, so now we have to consider 7 minus 9 and 9 19 and minus 23. Minus 7 minus 9 minus 19 minus 23. Okay, we have to multiply this and then we have to multiply this, equal to y divided by, we are writing a coefficient for y. Now we have to start from minus 19 and minus 23 and then 8 and 10. We should not write value related to y here, is equal to 1, constant coefficients. 1 divided by 8 and 10, 8, 10, and coefficients of y from both the equation, minus 7 and minus 9. So now what you will have to do, you have to do the cross multiplication again, okay. So now if you have to write this, x divided by minus 7 minus it will become plus 723 it will become 161. Okay, 161. You can do the simple calculation in your rough sheet, and minus into minus plus, but when you are doing the multiplication from this side to this side, it will be minus only. So 9 19s it would be 171. Okay, that is one thing, is equal to y divided by, now minus into minus, minus 190 minus, we will have to write, but we'll be multiplying this minus with what, another minus, here minus is there, it will become plus again. Okay, so minus minus 23 8s it would be around 184. Okay, minus 184 it will be, so is equal to 1 divided by minus 72 and tens minus into minus 70 it will become. So now x divided by minus 10 is equal to y divided by minus 90 and plus 184, it would be minus 6, correct, and 1 divided by minus 72, this will become plus 70 minus 2, correct, and you know, you can, if the sign is common across all, you can cancel this sign, all this sign, everything will become plus. Now for deriving x, let us take these two thing, x divided by 10 is equal to 1 divided by 2. So x is equal to 10 divided by 2, it will become 5. So implies x is equal to 5. Clear guys? We have found out value of x. Now to derive the value of y, how can we derive the value of y? Y. Let us take this for y. Let us take this. Y divided by 6 is equal to 1 by 2, which would be equal to y is equal to 6 by 2, and then y is equal to 3. Clear guys? This is how we will solve pair of equation using a rule of cross multiplication. Hopefully, as part of this video, you guys have understood how can we solve a given two pair of equation using rule of cross multiplication, guys. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. At the same time, you can also share the information about this video to your friends and classmates so that they will also get benefited. At the same time, if you are looking for any of a specific topic video related to any of the class, please write those questions or the feedback in the comment section below so that we can create a video on the same, guys. Thank you so much guys, and have a good one. Bye bye. Hope you like this video. To support us and our effort, you can scan this QR code and make a donation. Thank you.